Welcome to Lost All Caps, brother! Welcome, everybody!
We're back!
We are so back, people.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
We're straight back in with a new accent. Did you enjoy?
I loved it. It was loud. I saw the microphone thing go big.
Loud and unapologetic. We've got to come back with a bang, much like
the
dynamite blowing open the hatch.
So, welcome to, I'm Velvet.
And I'm Ariel.
And this is episode 1 of season 2, Man of Science, Man of Faith.
Yeah!
When I tell you, we have been so excited for this moment since it started, I think.
Yes.
I think since we recorded like episode 1 and I was like, we're going to get to talk about that season 2 montage. And I was like, we have to at least make it to that. And we're here. And we're showing no signs of stopping.
Truly a momentous day for all. I hope you're all excited and ready. I hope you've had a good summer. You know, we've been on a bit of a break. And it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back.
It's lovely to be back. I'm so excited.
Especially with this episode.
And, where do we even start? Well, let's start, as we often do, with our outfits.
Oh yes, let's explain.
So, you can't see us once again, obviously, but check our Instagram right now for some great pictures of us. We decided to dress up for today's episode. I'm serving Desmond and Ariel is serving Jack.
Serving Jack, indeed.
And we're having a great time.
We are. Obviously, so this is Jack and Desmond's, I was going to say their big episode.
Their big episode, I feel, is coming up. But this is their first meeting. Their kind of big moment.
Yes. I mean, the extreme gag, but we'll get to that. But I feel like I should say that, like, you know, it's kind of weird because Velvet's our number 1 Jack fan, but I'm the one dressed as Jack. We're both number 1 Desmond fans, so obviously that one was quite difficult. We did have a bit of an argument about who would get to dress up as Desmond. But the reason I'm dressed as Jack is because a couple years ago we went to a Comic-Con and this was right when we'd started getting obsessed with Lost.
Yeah, I think we hadn't even finished it because we were on like season 3 and we were like, if anyone recognises you, you're going to have to be like, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it, which is insane, like a 20-year-old show. Don't spoil it!
Don't spoil it!
Yeah, which, I mean, this podcast real, but like, so I wanted to do a Lost costume, but because I feel like we maybe have mentioned this before, but like a lot of their outfits are not very iconic. They're all kind of meh, and it's like
just generic.
If you're just walking around in a dirty tank top, no one's going to know who you are, you know?
Exactly.
So I was just thinking through the characters and I was like, who has the most iconic look? And at the time I had a buzz cut as well.
Yeah, this was what pushed it.
What pushed it over.
You've got the buzzed hair.
And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do a Jack one. Velvet drew the tattoo on me, which they've done again today. You can sort of
check it out.
See that?
I didn't attempt the Chinese characters because I knew I'd write them wrong, but I did the other tattoo.
Also, my forearm is too skinny to fit
Ariel's
the whole
arm is so much smaller than Jack's arm.
Trying my best to flex right now.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
It's going great.
And I've got my key necklace, of course. Of course.
Yeah, I think what we landed on was like Jack is recognisable enough if you have like the tattoos and the key and also he's the main character.
Yes.
So it's like he's a little bit more recognisable. I remember Mum being like, well, just wear a suit. And we were like, you could be anyone.
Literally anyone.
Could be. Wearing a suit to a Comic-Con is like wearing a blank canvas. Like, I think it'd be funny to do that, like wear a suit to a Comic-Con and see how many people like ask you if you're different
what you
characters.
are, yeah. That would be hilarious.
But then I was like, actually one of the most recognisable costumes you could do is the boiler suit. Because that's one of the most, and I've taken some creative liberties with it. I've written like my own name on it instead of like one of the workers' names, and in the logo, I've drawn a big logo on the back. You can't see even on the camera.
Which, does he have a logo on his back?
No, there isn't really a logo on the back, but once I decided I wanted it, I really wanted it.
And it does look cool. It does look extremely cool.
In the middle, I've written the numbers. So yeah, I've taken some liberties with it, but I think it's turned out really cool. Also, It's like way more green than it is is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I bought this off of Vinted. In the pictures it looked beige, and it arrived and I was like, so it's green.
Yeah. And massive.
And huge. It said it was a small. I failed to realise that when it says army coveralls, that means it's a men's small. And also a men's small in the army. So I was like, it's huge. I had to like cuff all of the limbs.
Cuff all of the limbs.
All of the limbs. It's got some great features. Possibly my favourite feature on this is that if you put your hand in the pocket, you actually are met with straight up thigh.
Interesting.
There's pockets, but then there's also slits behind the pockets so you can get to your trouser pockets.
Ah, clever.
And I'm like, that's kind of genius, actually.
Yeah.
But possibly the best feature of the whole thing is that on one of the ankles, I'm going to try and find it now. I think it's this one.
It's amazing.
On one of the, because when it arrived, I was like, oh, do I maybe get a new one? Do I just like keep this for something else?
Colour,
it's not the right colour.
Yeah.
And I looked at the ankle, and it's got in like pen written on the ankle 180/108.
Boom.
In
108 people.
Someone's handwritten that onto the ankle. I was like, this is my book. This is Desmond's
fucking
boiler suit.
Cool. It's Desmond's boiler suit.
I was like,
it's
this
his.
is, I'm keeping it. And that's when I knew I had to keep it as my last boiler suit.
Yeah.
So.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah, I didn't wear this to the Comic-Con though. This
is a recent project.
I was, the podcast kind of motivated me to do it. I've been wanting to do it for a while. But no, the Comic-Con Ariel went to dressed as Jack. I was dressed as Ed from Our Flag Means Death.
Yes, we were interesting.
It was interesting.
No one recognised me.
No one. I got like one
recognition. Yeah.
It was a small Comic-Con. We kind of weren't expecting.
No, we're just doing it for fun anyway. Although one thing that was incredible is there was for some reason like a Jurassic Park photo shoot op. Question mark. But they didn't have any dinosaurs. They just had a massive mound of shit.
Big pile of dinosaur
like
shit.
A genuine huge pile of poo. And I was like, type of shit they'd find on the island.
Yes, we took some great pictures of Ariel investigating.
Like, doing Jack's classic confused face, like
investigating the dinosaur poo, which was fun.
That was very fun. So yeah, bringing the Jack outfit back today, even though I have the mohawk now.
He would never.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay,
you've got like
suspend your disbelief.
At the time, I also had much longer hair as well, and Mum was really insistent we should go as Jack and Kate.
Yeah,
and I was like, "That's no."
We didn't know.
No,
we weren't.
We're not good and Shannon.
Bored with that. Although we will get into how much we believe Jack and Desmond are in love.
We will. But that's by the by.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got the Desmond hair now, so it's all good.
It's all good.
So, with that out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's been months. I feel like we should be going, here are the exciting things we've done in our lives. Look, I just want to talk about this episode. Guys, it's so important to me.
This episode, I said this when we started watching this episode. I turned to Ariel and I said, I frequently will just go on YouTube and find this scene and watch it. And Ariel just went, me too. That's when you know it's good.
Yeah. The opening montage of season 2 is fundamentally changed me as a person.
Genuinely. It's also like so iconic, like widely speaking. Like I'm surprised I've never seen it like parodied or anything.
Yeah. I feel like probably like on SNL at the time.
Yeah.
There was like a parody of it.
But like it's a very iconic scene for all Lost viewers.
Yes.
It's
like the first season was a huge success, right? And so they knew everyone was going to be locked in and tuning in to this opening, and to give us something totally new, totally never seen before, just like completely flipping the script with this iconic montage.
It was incredible.
Oh my god, right, okay.
Because it's the way it's like also, obviously we've left off in an incredibly intense place.
Yes.
And what you're expecting is like, what episode was it where it just continued straight from the previously on?
I want to say Exodus Part 2 or 3.
It was definitely, I feel like it was like a Raph moment or something. Anyway, that's how, like, what I was expecting was for us to just pick up straight from the last shot.
Yeah.
Which, what I liked
the crazy thing is we do, but we don't realise it.
But what's amazing is that it's like, even in the previous Neon, you don't see the last shot. In the previous Neon, you get all the lead up to it, you get the hatch exploding, and then you get the montage. So when you pick up from that last shot, that's when you see it again, when you've seen it from the other end. And I think that's so well done that they don't remind you of that shot until you see it.
Literally sick as fuck. So much of it is incredible and just genuine, like,
just amazing
pop culture history moment for sure. The reason I love this episode in particular, not only this opening montage, which I do love, is because it's not only really incredibly well done and just a really good episode to watch, like, visually, but it also gives you so much lore and mystery, and it just introduces so many things. So many things.
So much. It's like the perfect expansion on where we left the first season.
Absolutely. In
every way.
Right, let's go. So, I'm so excited. Okay, so
I'm gonna warn you right now, this is gonna be incredibly detailed.
We may be here for 3 hours.
We paused the montage 3 times
we did pause the montage 3 times to make notes.
Crucially, also, we never really paused.
No, I think this might be the first time we
maybe after the, like, pilot crash scene we paused.
I think so. And also I remember you know, when Jack asks Sawyer, how's your head? We had to pause it because I had to take a minute to process that.
So this is quite a different pausing situation.
Yeah.
But we had to pause it multiple times.
Because
you didn't want to look away.
It's like a 2-minute long sequence. It's pausing it multiple times.
It's like 2 minutes, 20 seconds or something. It's so good though.
We should have timed it. Shit.
As far as I remember, the YouTube video is like 2 minutes.
That we have both visited separately. We did not know.
It's like 2 minutes 25 or something. The first note I have for this episode is just montage in all caps.
The first note that I have stretches over 2 pages because it's just one continuous list of everything that happens in this montage, which we need to unpack. We need to unpack all of it. So we start in darkness with a beeping noise.
Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
What is it?
Eye-opening shot with an inhale of breath. So cool. So cool. It's so cool. We don't know what this beeping is. We don't know who this person is. We don't know anything that's going on. Zoom out. He's in a bunk bed. Pause.
Top bunk.
Top bunk.
I noticed that detail.
Yeah.
Because I think what bunk you choose when offered a bunk bed says a lot about you as a person. Top bunk.
Top or bottom. That's the first bit of information that we get about Desmond.
First thing we learn
He's
about
a top.
Him. Top.
Because Jack's a power bottom, we all know this. No, not power bottom, actually.
Power is not the word I would use.
It's so fucking true, actually. He jumps down from the top bunk. So, where are we? Guys, where are we? Charlie had a very good point. Where are we right now? We're in some kind of... It's like
a
bedroom.
It seems like a sort of army barrack type thing.
Yeah, but he's in there alone. It's a bunk bed, but he's there by himself.
One guy in a bunk bed. What's that situation all about?
Valid question. These are the important questions we ask on this podcast. So he jumps down from the top bunk. He doesn't use the ladder. Is there even a ladder?
I don't know, actually. I don't think you ever see him get into the bed.
Yeah.
So I don't think
we know he lives life on the edge, you know, he's dangerous.
He's like ready to go.
He's ready.
He's ready to start his day.
Yeah.
Start his day. Also, we know it's the middle of the night right now.
Well, we don't know we're on the island yet.
Yeah, but just to meta for a second.
Okay. We'll get there. Right.
Okay, fine.
I want to throw in a quick bit of personal Ariel lore here. I recently, in fact, oh my god, let's piece these bits of information together because I have thrown a piece of information in a previous episode, so you can join the dots. This is like my flashback.
Let's learn together.
My flashbacks would be of this day. I remember a while ago where I mentioned that my friend invited me to a party at her house and she said arrive an hour before sunset, and I texted her going, no, but what time do you want me to arrive though?
Yes.
On that day, I was staying over at her house because it was in London. And she was like, I'm gonna like put you in my sister's bedroom, which has like a bunk bed in it, but it's like a normal bed, and then they built a second bunk in the wall, as it were. A bit like this, right, the way it looks. And then she went, oh, the ladder is broken. So you're going to have to get up by standing on a bedside table and climbing in. It felt very perilous, but I was so up for it. Especially that I'd had a few drinks by the time I was getting in. Don't try this at home, kids. It was not a good idea. But as soon as I got up there, I was like, oh my god, I'm just like Desmond. I'm just like Desmond. I'm in the top bunk and there's no ladder and I'm jumping down and I'm in the top bunk on a
beep, 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 bitch.
Yeah, I'm just like Desmond. Honestly, the way this montage has genuinely, like, altered my brain chemistry. I'll be doing the washing up going, I'm just like Desmond.
Every time I use a computer with a keyboard,
I'm just like Desmond.
I'm just like Desmond.
Having a shower, I'm just like Desmond.
It's awful. No, I don't do that.
No, we don't do pull-ups. You know, viewers. So, okay, we've gone ahead of ourselves. Fuck, stay focused. Jumps down from the bunk bed. He slides in on like a wheelie chair.
Spinny stool.
A spinny?
Crucially, it's a stool.
Is it?
As far as I'm aware, there's no back on the chair, which I enjoy because I think that's whimsical.
That is very whimsical.
Stool with wheels.
That is extremely whimsical.
Very whimsical. He slides up to this
desk. In, and we know, like, I think it's a fundamental commonality between all human beings is that you can't sit on a wheelie chair without rolling around on it.
Everyone loves a spinny chair.
Everyone loves a spinny chair, and it's physically impossible to not
roll around
on the spinny chair. You can't, no one's just getting into that and then standing up to go to the printer or whatever.
No.
You've got to roll over.
Got to roll a little bit. I mean, that's what they were made for.
Yeah. So we know that Desmond agrees. So he slides in over to a computer. Now, the computer is old, right?
It's very old.
It is busted and crusty.
It is, according to the Lostpedia, an Apple II.
Apple II? Fucking hell.
Which is like the third computer ever. So it's old. It's not old. Just 2004 old.
No.
It's old.
Because, you know, from our perspective, I was like, was this the type of shit they were on in 2004?
I don't know, I wasn't there, you know?
We don't remember. But no, it's old.
It's very old.
And also, okay, so he puts something into the computer and the beeping stops, right? He types something in. Mm-hmm. And then he goes over to a record player and we see a lava lamp as well.
Lava lamp.
So to me, I'm like, this is happening in the 70s, in the 80s.
Yeah. The colour scheme is very 70s,
The colour scheme's very 70s. I don't know, did they have computers in the 70s?
I mean, yeah.
Well,
These ones.
We landed a man on the moon in 69, so we must have had computers.
They at least had the big ones.
Yeah.
Like the ones that took up a room.
Yeah.
You know those ones had like 8 gigabytes of storage or something? Isn't that so funny?
How did we land a man on the moon in 1969? Think about it.
It's like what? Apparently like the amount of storage that a phone takes to like one image is the size of, like, the computer memory used on that spaceship. I'm like, what does that even mean?
I know.
I don't understand technology.
Me neither. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like, we have so many, like, sci-fi books and shows and stuff that are like, you know, in 2001, we live on the moon. And it's like, you would assume that, given what happened in 69. So this is the thing that, so like when you're first watching it, you got no idea what's happening. So I'm like, is this a flashback? You know, is this to like a really old time?
Is it Jack's dad?
Christian, imagine Christian with brown hair
when he had long hair.
Can you imagine Christian as a hippie? So when you think about the fact that this is the modern day, why does it all look 70s?
It's got a record player, so it's like, it's before CDs. I don't know when CDs became a thing, really. Was that 80s?
Yeah.
90s?
I think CDs were 80s.
Yeah, the digital download was the millennium. That was like...
The what now?
The digital download.
The digital download?
So
the digital download!
Like MP3, that was like 2000s.
Yes.
Like that's like the big revolutionary technology of like 2005 would have been like the MP3
Everyone
player.
had iPods, didn't they?
The iPod, the digital download.
The digital download, I see. Y2K.
Y2K, exactly.
But we know Hurley still uses CDs, doesn't he? In 2004.
Hurley's retro.
Anyway, but it's not a CD, it's a record player.
It's a record player. And more importantly, Desmond's hip action when he walks towards the record player.
Extremely important.
Very important.
Very, very important.
Just pay attention to the hips, is all I'm going to say. They don't lie. And he plays Make Your Own Kind of Music by the Mamas and the Papas.
Mm-hmm. Iconic shit.
First of all, banger.
Yeah. Which
great song.
Neither of us had heard the song before Lost, right?
I
hadn't.
I'd heard it from that TikTok trend with the video of Pedro Pascal and Jake Gyllenhaal.
This is the thing. I then since found out after watching Lost that it's famous from this scene in what is it in?
I don't remember the name of the movie.
I don't know, but it's a trending thing on TikTok.
It was a trend on TikTok right about the time when we were watching it for the first time. So I kind of very recently... I mean, I think I'd heard the song from being a man of the world, you know?
Only true ones. You know, only true ones remember Make Your Own Kind of Music from Lost. The season 2 premiere. In, what would it be, 2005, probably? 2006?
Yeah, 2005, I reckon.
We should look that up.
Let's find out.
Good to know what kind of era we're operating in, you know? Just as we think
Was I born yet?
Yeah.
It's an important question. The first episode aired 21st of September 2005, so I was but a wee bairn.
But a wee bairn, as Desmond would say.
As Desmond would say, I was nearly 2 months old.
Oh, I'm imagining mum and dad absolutely parked. So they're like,
nearly 3.
Early bedtime tonight, girls, come on. And they tuck us away and the baby's in the cot and they're like, right. Lost. We need to see it.
Ariel would be, nearly 3.
Nearly 3.
The episode 3 actually aired the day before your 3rd birthday.
Aww. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind when we get to episode 3 is a good one as well.
Episode 3 is good. Make Your Own Kind of Music is a great song.
Yes.
I've listened to it a lot since I talked way back in the finale episode of our ranking episode about how Wash Away has become a bit of an emotional song for me. And I feel like Make Your Own Kind of Music I would strike in the same category. I think I often... Whenever I listen to it, I obviously think about this scene and I think about Desmond. And I just think, like, I'll be sat, often, like I said, I often listen to my Lost playlist on the train and I'll look out the window and I'll be like, damn, you do have to make your own kind of music. You've got to sing your own special song, even if nobody else sings along, you know?
Wow, so true, Bessie.
Like, she was on to something with that. Mama Cass knew what she was talking about.
Is that what Desmond's doing here?
Is he making his own kind of music?
Singing his own special song? I mean, I'd say so.
I would say he's singing a pretty special song. He's in a pretty special situation.
He is.
No one else is singing along. No one else in the band.
No one else in there. And, you know, what he's doing is so different to what everyone else on the island is doing right now.
He's making his own kind of music. I think, I don't know if there's any... If we know why they chose that song. Like, if they've ever talked about it.
No. I've not seen anything on the old Lostpedia. I'm sure there's a trivia section.
I'm sure. The cue that plays right after it appears on the season 2 soundtrack is Peace Through Superior Firepower.
Of course. Michael Giacchino. He's so funny.
Ridiculous man.
You know he made the soundtrack to Ratatouille? Have I told you that already?
I think so.
Hilarious.
Literary techniques. Listen to this. Literary techniques. This is the section on the Lostpedia episode page for this episode. A man named Desmond was revealed to be living in the hatch. The episode opening suggests that the events shown, brackets, Desmond in the hatch, were occurring off the island, possibly in the recent past. Brackets, plot twist.
What?
Off the island, Christian tells Jack to try handing out some hope once in a while. On the island, Jack makes a speech to the survivors at the caves in order to give them hope. Brackets, juxtaposition. This is like secondary school analysis.
What? Someone has done this for every single episode of Lost?
Jack's inability to just let it go and his urge to fix things is established. Brackets, foreshadowing. Brackets, regularly spoken phrases. Do you think I can get a Chekhov's gun section?
Oh my god.
This is brilliant. Storyline analysis.
Search it right now. See if there's a
connections.
Chekhov's gun section.
500 results for Chekhov's gun. Gun vaults. Theories. Surname gun.
No.
No Chekhov's gun
Okay,
section.
well, if there are any editors of Lostpedia listening right now, we need
Please.
a Chekhov's gun page.
For me. So yeah, as far as we can tell, there's no explicit reason for why they chose Make Your Own Kind of Music. But I feel like it's a perfectly fitting song.
It's just great.
Because it's just a good song.
And it just...
Again, it's an old song.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And it's such a lovely way to underscore this montage because it's like a kind of... It's like a hopeful, happy song.
Yeah. And it's like a gentle, nice sort of montage.
So you get the kind of idea that this is like an everyday kind of happy thing, but then you also have it kind of tinged with the loneliness, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, like even if no one else sings along and you're like, oh, well, he's kind of down here by himself, you know? And we're like...
And it's like, what I really like about the montage as a whole is that it's like, it's normal, but it's also like slightly off. Like it's like he's just like making smoothies and like showering, but also it's like, what's he doing on that computer? And like, what are those syringes for,
but
you know?
Also, everything is such a gag. Well, even the normal stuff. The normal stuff is a gag when you realise it's on the island.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
Because you're like, something weird is going on, and then it's like, oh, something normal is going on. And that's the weird part.
Yes!
So let's continue.
So the music is playing, everything is slaying.
He plays the record.
He picks up some dirty plates. Now, Desmond, I love you, but...
First of all, why are you not putting your plates away before you go to bed?
Put your plates away before you go to bed.
I know you're living alone.
Don't leave those dirty dishes out. Quite a few... There are a couple things in this montage that make me go, like... He's just like a man
like
living
a
by
single
himself.
man.
Yeah. He's basically drinking Huel. Like, no joke.
The, like, protein shakes are interesting.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, if he's in the hatch... Is he going outside? We've not seen him. We don't know if he's going outside. Maybe he needs that.
I mean, we assume not, given that he was like fucking sealed in that.
Yeah, quarantine.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe he needs Huel, but it just makes me giggle. So he has left dirty plates out overnight. Red flag.
Red flag, but he washes them.
Green flag.
Green flag.
I noticed as well, this, we say we've watched the montage so many times. I noticed this for the first time today. On the bench where he goes to this little table, right, and he picks up the dirty plates. On the bench, there is a book.
Ooh.
Open, but like face down, so like this.
Did you see the cover?
No.
Okay.
But there's a book.
There's a book. So he's a reader.
He's been reading.
Green flag.
Green flag. This is like, I feel like I'm imagining screenshots of this montage as his like Hinge profile.
Yeah.
And we're just deciding whether we're gonna swipe. I don't know how Hinge works. So we notice the book, green flag. He goes over. He opens the bin in the most camp way possible.
Opens the bin.
I love it.
His leg... Go back and watch that scene, because I didn't notice it until Ariel did. But his leg comes so high up.
So high.
And I can tell you what that moment is. That's them filming the scene and then going, you can't see
what he's doing.
His leg just moves, you can't tell he's opening the bit, and then just going, just raise your leg higher, and then the actor being like, then I'm not going to be able to touch the pedal. They're like, no, don't worry, we'll get someone else to open it. Just put your leg up so the camera can see it. And so his leg goes really high, and then the bin opens.
Completely over the top, super camp. Love it, love it, love it. It's incredible. He scrapes the like remnants of his food into the bin, and then he does the washing up, which I don't know why I love the shot of him doing the washing up so much, but I do.
I love that all the crockery is like bright colours. Again, it's
bright
giving
colours.
camper van.
Yeah, the washing up liquid is a super bright colour, and he squeezes loads of it, and he's kind of just got the tap running, and the soapy water's like just kind of on the bottom of the... What's he doing? And he's just like... And I'm like, girl, what is your washing up technique?
He does have an interesting washing up technique. I think it's also like, it's so great that it's so colourful, because as a show, it's very starved of colour. It's very grey and green, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And this moment is suddenly all bright.
Yes. But the fact that he's doing his washing up, two things. One, he has food. He has normal food, not just these weird-ass protein shakes, because he's scraping food off a plate.
But he was eating something
into
off
the
a plate.
bin. So he has normal food. How, why, what? Two, running water.
Where's the water coming
Running water, presumably heated, because he is doing the washing up.
from? Also, he showers.
We've not got there yet.
Okay.
I'm saying what we realise at each step. How? Why?
Where's it coming
What?
from?
Where's it coming from? How has he got running water?
The ocean. It's salt water. Not the calories.
That's why his hair looks so gorgeous.
He's got that dehydrated sheep. Only drinking salt water. Only eating protein powder.
Me in the hatch serving dehydrated chic.
So
then...
does he then make... No, he works
Exercise
out
bike.
first.
Yes. So then we get a working out montage. Girlies. Girlies, this is where... if we haven't devolved already, it's going to devolve. So we get Desmond on the exercise bike.
We get a shot of the speed of the exercise bike. Not only is it showing 15 and 20, but the angle of the... What's it called?
What's this motion? What are you doing?
Hand of the clock.
The hand of the clock.
The thing that's pointing at the numbers.
Yeah, the hand of the...
It's on 60.
dial.
It's on 60.
It's on 16.
Basically.
Numbers. There are so many numbers mentioned in this episode. I'm living.
There's a visible 15, but actually the hand is pointing at the 16. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. And we get a reflection of his face as well in the dial, which
you look really close.
Because this montage is done in such a fun way where you never see his face, which is great because it's like we don't know who it is.
But the first thing you saw is his eye.
So you see his eye, but then you never see any rest of his face, but you see a little reflection in this. And then we have him doing shirtless pull-ups on a bar near the ceiling. And
we don't need to talk about it. What I have written is objectify that man. Because he spends a lot of this montage just semi-naked.
Yeah.
You
know, do you remember when, you might not remember, but when The Batman came out?
I remember that happening.
You remember that happening? Okay, well that's step one.
It was only like 2 years ago.
Yeah. There's a shot where Robert Pattinson like pulls off his Batman cloak after a big fight or something, and the camera's like behind him, and you see his shoulders, and he's like walking down this corridor or something. Everyone on the internet went crazy over it.
I mean,
and
I
was like, I saw the movie, and I'm not a big Robert Pattinson. I don't really see what the fuss is about in terms of Robert Pattinson. I'm sorry.
I think he's a really funny guy.
He's hilarious, but I don't
think
think he's that hot. And I never watched Twilight, so I don't. Like,
No,
I think if you were a Twilight girlie, you're gonna love
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, and that's fair enough. Everyone went insane over this shoulders shot, right? And I have a really distinct memory as well. This is so random, but I have a really, really distinct memory of going to... Me and my friend Hayden and my mum went to watch the Drag Race UK Season 2 tour show.
Yes, I remember
They
this.
do like all of the queens from the season did like a tour show or something.
Yes, because I was really jealous I couldn't come.
Yeah, it was a really weird concept for a show though. It was kind of like a mixed bill cabaret night, but it was all the girls from
season 2.
Season
of
2.
Drag Race UK.
And they would play like their interview clips from the TV show, and then they would come on and do a performance.
I mean, that's a bit weird.
That was kind of odd. But anyway, so like Lawrence Chaney was like emceeing the show, as it were, like hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out at the start, and was just talking to the audience and everything. And she was saying, like, you can take pictures throughout and video stuff if you want. You can do it that, like, that doesn't matter, you know, because usually in a theatre you're not allowed to. But for this show, they were like, you can take pictures, whatever. And then she, like, noticed someone, like, kind of trying to covertly, sneakily take a picture on the front row, and was like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to hide it? You look like me in the IMAX when Robert Pattinson came out with those shoulders. I would just really remember that because I was like, what the fuck am I?
That's really funny.
I was like, okay, Lawrence Chaney, good to know. So people were going insane over the shoulders. This is what I'm trying to get at.
What I'm hearing is this is your Robert Pattinson in the Batman. And I'm with you.
This is my version of that shoulders shot.
Yeah.
This clip.
I'm very with you. Yeah. Also, I like also that when you see the front of his chest, he's like not massively buff. I like that.
Hashtag body positivity.
Body positivity. Also though, it what's the word? It's an interesting conundrum for me. Because I don't know how you feel about this, Ariel, but I think we feel the same, is this idea that, like, when you live alone, you just hang out naked all the time. Have you heard this?
Yeah, but how do you think I feel about this idea?
Well, that you wouldn't do it.
Yes.
Yes, me too.
I was like, where are you going with it? You're like, you know when you hang out naked all the time was the way that you set that up. I was like, no.
Because, like, this is, like, I was, like, my first thought was objectify that man. My second thought was, well, maybe this is realistic. Maybe if you were living alone, you would just be like, yeah, I'll just, you know, make a smoothie right after my shower without bothering to get dressed because whatever. But I just do not feel that at all. And, like, maybe it's the gender dysphoria, but I don't want to hang out naked.
No, me neither.
So, like, for me, that's always been quite a foreign experience, but I don't know, maybe listeners at home, you can tell us.
Don't say that. We don't want people to write in and let us know if they hang around naked when they're in their house by themselves. That's so creepy.
But it's a thing that happens on, like, TV a lot.
It happens on TV a lot. I think we're probably both thinking about the episode of Friends.
Yeah.
Where Phoebe claims that she's always naked, and then, like, Rachel decides to do it, and then
but
her
also
curtains
there
are
was
open.
that Amy Gledhill bit.
Yeah.
The comedian Amy Gledhill, I don't know if any of you have heard of her. She's so funny.
She's great.
We went to see her show in Edinburgh last year, and she talked about how when she goes home, first thing she does is take all her clothes off.
Yes.
And that she's got, like, really quick at it. And then one time her neighbour knocked on her door, like, 30 seconds after she closed it, and she was already naked, and she had to not answer because she was naked.
Yeah. Very, very funny. So maybe it is a thing people do. Maybe it's a thing people just say that they do for comedic effect.
Maybe.
But I don't think it's weird in this scenario because he's just come out the shower.
In this context, it's not, because it's like he's working out, he's obviously hot and sweaty, and then he showered, and it's, like, standard.
Yay! Sorry, I just had to.
One of us had to say it. So, yeah, I don't think it's weird, but it just like, made that connection in my brain.
Sure.
That I was like, is that what they're trying to be like? Yeah, he lives alone, he's hanging
he's hanging out naked. Maybe. Possibly, anyway, but I think it makes sense in this scenario.
Also, what I was going to say about the smoothie is it's not just Huel, because he does put fruit in it.
Right.
Or
you
toxic.
think that's fruit?
Yeah.
Because I have always been confused about this. Genuinely is one of the things that annoys me the most. I love this montage, but the fucking smoothie pisses me off to no end.
I thought it was raw egg.
Soap. It looks like fucking soap he's blending up.
I thought it was raw egg, and I thought it was one of those, like, working out, like, protein.
Red flag. He's back on the red flag train.
But then I think what it is, I think it's peeled fruit. So I think it's like...
Well, that raises further questions, because how is he getting fresh fruit?
I don't know. Maybe it's, like, freeze-dried.
Freeze-dried
like
fruit.
Freeze-dried astronaut strawberries. Maybe that's what it is.
Or I guess it could be tinned. Like tinned...
Could be tinned peaches or something, yeah.
Peaches, that would make sense, I guess. Because we know he's got
That's
food.
That's a classic, like, apocalypse bunker food,
thing.
Which seems to be what he kind of lives in.
But there's no way he could have fresh fruit, because where on earth would that be coming from? But I'll tell you what my instant first thought was. The food they eat on Star Trek, especially in the 1960s one, they were like, what are people going to eat in the future? And it's literally cubes of, like, primary colours of jelly. That's what they eat. And that's what it looks like Desmond's putting in his goddamn smoothie.
Like, in the Lorax, when they're eating, like, she's like, Ted, honey, eat your dinner. And then it's like a bunch of, like, gummy-shaped vegetables.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, kind of. And I'm just like, it's never explained what those fucking discs are. And I'm like, what? I don't understand. It's like 2 red and 1 yellow or something.
Yeah, I think it's just tinned fruit. I think it's just like tinned peaches.
It doesn't look like any fruit I've ever seen. And I look in the mirror every day. Sorry, I'm making terrible jokes today, people. Okay, so something to mention with the shower is, of course, he has running water. Something to mention, we also get a shot of his washing machine running. He has a washing machine.
So he's got enough running water to power and electricity to power a washing machine.
But my main question is, why is he running the washing machine whilst he's in the shower? Yeah. Babe!
Red flag.
Red flag! Men when they live on their own. That shower's gonna be fucking freezing cold, bro.
Well, maybe he doesn't have hot water.
True. Well, then how's he washing his clothes?
In
cold water. 30 degrees, green flag.
Not too dirty, wash at 30.
Not too dirty, wash at 30, green flag. He's back on the green flag train.
If he can get 30-degree water, if he can get, like, the shower, I think he's pretty good. Pretty good.
So as you say, we've had lots of normal things in this montage, apart from, like, the kind of... I mean, I guess it's normal to work out. It's just not normal to me. So we get that he's doing all this exercise and he's working out, blah, blah, blah. Everything's pretty normal, apart from maybe the computer.
Yeah,
thing.
It's like, what was the beeping? What was the computer?
We don't know. But everything other than that's pretty normal. But then the smoothie's where it starts to go, wait, what? To me. Because I'm like, what is that disgusting...
It is a little bit like, what is he eating?
Not even beige, grey. Grey liquid he's chugging.
Like depressing colours.
Horrible. It is Huel, and it is awful. And then we get him injecting himself with some kind of chemical.
Yeah.
Now.
So what we have is a cabinet full
little vials of liquid. And if you didn't spot this, and why would you? Because it's on the screen for like a second, but we have watched this montage so much that we know the vials are labelled for 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. What is going on in the House of Commons? He takes the vial, he puts it into this weird, like, injector gun thing.
Yeah.
And injects himself with it.
Seems to be designed so you can administer it yourself.
Yeah.
I guess.
Rather than having to syringe. I guess that would be harder.
Like a speed thing, I don't know. But, I mean, it seems like it's designed for more than one person because it's multiple bunks, but maybe that's...
Look, we're not medical professionals.
I'm not a doctor.
But I'd never seen a device like that before, so to me that was like, this is weird.
I've never seen something like that be used in any normal context or other TV show.
So it's like, what's going on? And then, explosion.
Bum, bum, bum!
Record stops, the needle, like, skips off it.
That's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Low-key, exactly what happens. We get this dust cloud over his kind of like living room, don't we?
It's our first indication that he's underground.
Yes. And then it's like, boom. He immediately snaps into, like...
Action.
into action. What's the word? Like, discipline? Like, it's like there's a protocol for this.
He's been trained.
Yes, that's the word. And he, like, it's really sudden and it's like... Go, this is what we've trained for this moment, kind of vibes. He puts on his boiler suit. He ties up his shoes.
Shoes! Now this is interesting to me.
Shoes are also interesting to me as well.
Because if he's quarantined, he's not going outside.
Why has he got shoes?
Why has he got shoes? Why do they look well worn? What's he doing with those? Is he doing what Mum does, where our Mum does this thing where she puts on her shoes if she has to, like, clean in the house, because then she feels like she's about to go out? Maybe he's doing that.
Does she?
Yeah. She was like, I've looked up ADHD life hacks.
Oh my god.
Put on shoes.
She's not diagnosed with ADHD, by the way.
She just has decided. Maybe he's just doing that.
Maybe Desmond has ADHD. This is what we've learned from the montage.
We learned from this moment.
But the shoes, obviously, I'm like, why would you bother to put on the shoes? But obviously it's because, I mean... it's like, why has he got shoes? But they're useful, right? Because, you know, if he's under attack, he doesn't want to stub his toe.
Exactly. What if the other guy stepped on his foot?
What would he do then?
What would he do?
Locke comes crashing down onto his toe.
Ow.
He's been taken out.
We all know how bad a stubbed toe is. Also, that hallway looks grotty as hell.
Yes, it does.
There's like puddles and probably like nails and stuff on the floor.
Shoes. Yeah, shoes are vital. So he puts the shoes on. And then he unlocks some kind of door or safe or something with one of those safe locks.
Yeah, what are they called? Ones you have to like turn them a certain number of times to the left.
Combination lock.
Right. Yeah, combination lock.
Maybe.
Yeah,
he turns the dial thing. Did you see what the numbers were? Because I didn't. He goes in and there's loads of guns in there.
Rifles on rifles on rifles.
Yeah. Insane. Huge amount of guns. Because what does Lost need to do? The writers are sat there like, we need to give these characters guns. How are we going to get more guns onto the island? So he gets a pistol, doesn't he? Pistol? A handheld gun. Pistol.
Yeah.
Pistol.
Little gun.
I always choose pistol. How'd that work out last time for you? Handheld gun. I'm going with pistol. 9mm.
Revolver.
Handgun! Oh, I'm so stupid. Handgun. I'm thinking what are they called on Resident Evil. That was that thought process, by the way.
I was thinking Cluedo.
The Magnum Butterfly.
He gets out the Magnum Butterfly.
He gets the Magnum Butterfly. He then also gets a rifle. 2 guns.
Rifle on his back.
Rifle on his back.
He runs out of ammo. Reload. It's all very video game.
It's very video game. He's locked in. He's got 2 guns, and then he turns all the lights off. I'm like, what's going on? Why is he turning the lights off? You know? Crazy. This is part of the protocol, I guess. And then he goes to a periscope. Doesn't he? That's what those are called.
So cool.
Very cool.
Something I noticed for the first time is that he's the one moving the mirrors around.
Who did you think was moving the mirrors around?
I didn't realise the mirrors moved.
Until today?
Yeah. I thought they were just set up so he could see.
Are you actually having a giggle?
Well, what else is he looking at?
No, but the mirrors move. This is part of it.
I've never noticed the mirrors move.
It moves on to Jack when Jack comes down later.
I thought Jack was just moving towards it.
So stupid. You see the mirrors move. He's moving the mirrors.
He adjusts the mirrors to the right angle.
And we also get a bit more of a shot of his face. So the top half of his face is obscured, but you kind of see his chin when he's looking into the periscope. And he's looking through and the mirrors are moving down all these corridors, and then we get the stunning scene. We see a larger mirror angled on the floor. We see a slight reflection in the mirror.
You get like a second to figure it out. And this was when, I don't know about you, but first time watching, that was when I went, oh my God.
Yeah, that was the gasp, that was the gag, that was huge. Pan up,
spin
around. It's Jack and John. Oh, we are so back, people! Season 2, motherfuckers!
And in my notes, what I did here is I just drew a box with 2 little stick men and then an arrow and 3 exclamation marks.
Nice.
This was my representation of them looking out
Love
through the
it.
hatch.
Perfect.
Sometimes when I make these notes, I kind of can't articulate my thoughts in words. I just start scribbling, or I just like draw like sad faces and stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes it's necessary.
So then we have intro.
And what did I say? I said we're going to do an hour on the title sequence, didn't I?
We're on minute 56 of the raw record.
I knew it.
I only have laptop storage for another hour and a half, so we better pick it up. Hurley immediately back at it with being the realest one on the island.
Genre aware.
So, first of all, another darkness sound first, then we see it.
Yeah.
Which is how the montage started.
Mm-hmm.
Hurley whispering the numbers. And then 4, 8, 15, we're doomed. 16, 23, all dead. 42.
Incredible.
And then he hits me with, oh yeah, I'm awesome, I just have to pee. Don't want to look in the murder hole.
In the murder hole. Hilarious. In the death hole, I think.
First of all, he's back at it again with being the only character who ever acknowledges they need to use the toilet. He had the diarrhea back in season 1. Now he has to pee.
Consistency.
Yeah. Don't look in there.
Mm-hmm. He's very much like the character in the horror movie who goes, why are we opening the attic?
Yeah.
You know? That's him, for real. So then we get John in this episode. He's so funny.
He's ridiculous.
He's awful.
John and Jack in this, in whatever the case may be, where we were like, Kate and Sawyer have become like Looney Tunes. This is the point we're at with John and Jack. It's like it's comedic how much they undermine each other at every possible turn.
It's so
they hate each other so much. It's like catty.
Very much so. But it's like, it feels like their motivations change in every single scene.
Yeah.
Don't you think? It's like, okay, so John's pretty much like,
go down there.
His number one hatch. We need to go down the hatch. And I'm kind of with him because I'm like, we've gone through all of this. Why would we just go, well, guess not, and then leave?
But it's like, equally Jack is right. What I like in this episode is that John is like, no, you are right. But I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that this is when John kind of acknowledges, like, I am being annoying.
Yeah. And he goes, like, well, if Jack thinks I'm crazy, I don't blame him.
Yeah. He's like, no, we should wait till sunrise. We should regroup. We should wait till everybody gets back.
But I'm simply not going to do that.
But I want to go down there.
Yeah. He genuinely, at one point, just goes, I guess I was excited to... What does he say? Like, I guess I was excited to get inside.
He's like, I'm just excited.
So funny.
And like, this is a much bigger deal for John than it is for everyone else. Because they've only just learnt about the hatch, like a couple of days ago. John found it weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
And he's, like, finally... But, yeah, it's kind of a bit silly to me that Jack immediately goes, we can't use it. Let's just go back.
Yeah, I feel like they could. I know,
at the very least, you'd want to investigate, no?
Yeah, I do feel like you would be like, let's send someone down there and see. Because it's like, John keeps saying there's another door somewhere. In theory, all they need to do is send one person down there, that person opens the other door, and then they get everyone in through that door.
Yeah. In theory. So it kind of is a bit silly to me that Jack then goes back to the camp. And then, because then by the end of the episode, they need to figure out a reason for him to go back to the hatch, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you hadn't have done that weird middle bit, you wouldn't have needed to do that.
He could have just still wanted to, he could have just been like, well, let's go back and regroup and then get some more help or something. Hurley obviously wants to go back. Like, it would have been so much more reasonable for Hurley to be the one who goes, no, we can't use it. Let's go back. Yeah. And then for Jack to go, okay, I'll take Hurley back and make my speech and then come back and help you.
Yeah.
They could have just done that.
That makes far more sense.
Safety in numbers, I'll go with Hurley.
Live together, die alone.
Live together, die alone. Because also, like, they need to go back in order to hear Charlie and Saeed tell them about what happened and, like, learn that there's no others. And then they can go, okay, well, now it's safe. We can go look.
Yeah. But do they even say that? They're saying that to all the rest of the survivors, but I don't know if they even say that to Jack.
I think they do. I think they do kind of off-screen. Because then, when Jack's making his big speech, Charlie is like, no, there were no others, I've told you already. And Jack's not like, what? You know, I feel like they probably told him.
Yeah, maybe.
Saeed and Jack are like, they're like besties. You know, the in-charge besties. So he probably just went up to him and was like, so this is what happened. We've got Aaron, it's okay, you know.
Yeah, what? Jack didn't even know that Aaron went missing.
That's, imagine him going, it's okay, we got the baby back. And Jack's like, what?
The baby?
Okay, baby got kidnapped. It's okay, he's here.
That's very much giving, if I can kick drugs, I can deliver a baby. I was a heroin addict.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry, it was just Rousseau who took Aaron, it wasn't the others. What?
Sorry, you want to back up a bit?
Who was Aaron? Oh yeah, baby.
It was Aaron. Oh my god, yeah, they don't know the baby.
Who's Aaron? Is that an extra? No. Oh yeah, Aaron's the baby. His name is Aaron.
Oh dear. So speaking of Rousseau, unfortunately my girl's not in this episode apart from her cameo in the previously on run.
Her classic speech.
Or die. But I did greatly enjoy Charlie just shit-talking her to all the others. A random extra that got to speak.
Yeah.
Going,
multiple
but
speaking
the French
extras.
woman?
What happened to the French woman? And then when they came back, there was a bunch of like, wow, oh my god. Like, the extras were all getting involved in the argument. I was like, oh yes, girl, use those improv classes,
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. So random extra goes, but the French woman, and he says something like the French woman's got like a screw loose. Yeah. And Saeed gives him this bombastic side eye. He's like,
dirtiest look.
And Charlie's like, what? And he's like,
don't talk about my girl like that.
Literally. And I greatly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So shall we talk about Jack's big speech?
Yeah, I liked this one because he starts it with,
Yeah, he gets his little hands on his hips.
He gets everyone's attention, and then he clearly just goes, what I'm gonna say.
Because this is a great way of tying in the flashbacks to what's happening on Island, right? Because we've just had, like, this scene where he's basically telling Sarah that she's never going to walk again, or like there's very little chance of the surgery going well, and Christian, for some reason, Christian's giving him the pep talk, being like, hey, you should give people hope.
And
like,
we've also just had Hurley on Island saying your bedside manner sucks, and he's obviously going, yeah, no, it does suck, you're just like
I remember
my dad was right all along. I should internalize every lesson my dad ever taught me.
And then he kind of goes, the hesitation is because he's like,
how do I make them positive? How do I spin this positive?
Yeah, and he's also kind of, like, he's the leader, but he's also not really skilled at being a leader or adept at being a leader, or doesn't really want to be the leader. This is his whole thing, and it's like, he's kind of fallen into this role, and he now has to go along with it and try and give all of these people some reason to have hope. And some way to, you know, not be frightened, and some plan. And I think that's really great, like, the way that that's all set up. And I think his speech is really good as well, because it's like, his speech in the flashback is very, like, technical and grounded, and he uses a lot of, like, vocabulary in terms of, like, the bones that are broken or whatever. Like, I don't know what he's spitting, but
crushed vertebrae.
It's giving Grey's Anatomy, it's giving I know what I'm talking about. Very real world. Whereas on the island, it's like, we found a hatch in the ground, we have to stay away from the others. Like, it's supernatural and, like, magical, and, like, they're in a different kind of show now. And John immediately undermines him.
What I've written here is
So
John,
funny.
king of undermining and emasculating.
So funny.
What are you getting? Wire? To go to the hatch.
I'm getting some cable. I'm off to the hatch. And Jack's like, did you not hear what I just said? And he's like, yeah. No, you were completely right, actually. Bye!
You're so right, Jack. Anyway, see you if I don't die.
It's so funny.
It's brilliant.
And then Kate actually makes a lot of sense when she goes over to talk to Jack.
I like that she frames it practically to Jack as well. Like, I think she believes that because she's very much, like, in the man of science kind of category. But I like that also partially, I think she's probably like, if I tell Jack it's our purpose to go down there, he's going to be like, don't go down there.
Yeah.
But if I tell him what if John breaks his neck, he's going to be like, okay, well, good point.
Yeah. And it is a good point.
You're kind of
like, yeah, actually,
John
Kate
clearly hasn't considered.
Yeah, because he's like, it's not going to happen.
He's like, it's fate.
Destiny, gotta go down there. Destiny's not gonna just break my neck. She would never do that. She loves me.
She wouldn't do that to me. I'm the narrative's favourite.
But it's Kate who finds the word quarantine written on the inside of the hatch door, isn't it? Which is kind of crazy.
Because, like, what's that all about?
What does that mean? So many questions from this episode. I love this episode so much. Anyway.
So John and Kate then go to the hatch.
Yes. And she goes like, oh, I was expecting to see you down there already. And he goes, I was waiting for you. Oh, I loved that bit. I thought that was such a serve.
It was fun, but then it's like immediately John's like back at it again with like endangering other people's lives for his own personal journey. Yes. You know? It's like, did you not learn from what happened before? You know, come on.
I wrote down Locke is so savage.
Come on, Jack. Not Jack. Come on, John. Jack's with me. Jack agrees.
Jack's with you.
Come on, John.
Yeah. It's like
if you kill Kate, Jack will kill you this time.
Yeah. It's not like, you know, I'll go down first. It's like, you should go down first.
It's like, you're going first.
And she's like, okay, when did I sign up to this?
And it's like, again, he makes a good point. She's lighter. He can hold her. He could pull her back up if needed. In theory. Whether he did or not. But, like, also, he's the one who's so insistent they need to go down there.
Yeah.
Also, what happened to her? Because we just never see her again.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that scene. That scene's fucking crazy. So what? They like tie the cable around a tree or something, or they like prop it up somehow. And
it's like round 2 trees, I think, to sort of give it, and then he's like feeding it from the trees.
And she's shitting herself, understandably, right?
Chekhov's counting to 5. I was so excited when it happened.
I forgot that it happened.
She did it again. I knew she did it again at some point, but I couldn't remember when.
Chekhov's counting to 5.
Chekhov's counting to 5.
I mean, it does come back, and it is quite nice when it comes back.
What was it? Chekhov's Neptune's butterfly. What was it called? The gun.
Oh, Magnum Butterfly.
Chekhov's Magnum Butterfly.
It's a Chekhov's Magnum Butterfly moment. So she's getting lowered down on the rungs, and then the cable like slips or something, and this bit is quite crazy because like Locke's hands end up all bloody, don't they, from like the...
Yeah, I think it's the tree, one of the trees breaks under the pressure, and then he has to then support her weight.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm fine, even though she's, you know, kind of shitting her pants. And then she's like, maybe we should... And then he immediately starts lowering her again.
Well, okay then.
Well, okay then! Love that.
I like the, what do I do if I want you to stop?
Stop?
What do I say?
That did make me giggle. But then she's trying to say stop, isn't she? Because she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4... And then
it breaks.
No, then something happens with her torch on the ground that she dropped.
Her torch.
It like goes out or something.
Yeah.
She starts freaking out. She's like, pull me back up, stop, or whatever. And then, boom, the big light.
The floodlight.
The floodlight that we saw before. And John's like, holy shit.
And it comes up through the jungle in like a big triangle.
It's great.
Very biblical.
Very great. But John, I think at that point, he then kind of, it's not that he forgets about Kate, but he forgets to hold on as strongly because he's kind of going...
He's shocked.
He's shocked, and he's trying to figure out what this means. Because like when he saw the light the first time, it was like, this is my destiny, you know, like I was supposed to, I have to open the hatch now, and he gets this new, renewed sense of purpose. So I think he's trying to interpret what the light means.
The sign.
Yeah, in this moment, which gives Desmond the opportunity, presumably, to pull Kate down on the other end.
Yeah, to yank hold of her. Because the rope, like, jerks a bunch, doesn't it? And then it's like he's yelling and then she's not answering. So presumably he's like restrained her somehow or something. But it's like, where is she?
Where is she? We do not know.
Because that's the last you see of her this episode. I mean, John says like Kate's fine. I'm not sure I believe you.
Yeah, it's a good question. Where is Kate? But we know Desmond is strong because he's been doing all those pull-ups. So he's able to just yank her down on that cable.
And, you know, we know he's good at running.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the flashbacks.
Oh, okay, great.
That was my segue. Did you like my segue?
I did. So the flashbacks in this episode, I love for so many reasons.
Love.
Mainly Jack's wig. Oh, it's so funny.
Jack has a very bad wig. It's like it's just too short to actually look good.
It's just awful. The volume, the thickness, the styling of it.
It doesn't look like real hair.
It doesn't look real at all. It's so silly.
And it's like Jack, like if you've watched Party of Five, Matthew Fox used to have like long hair.
Oh, real.
Like sort of like Sawyer's hair.
Oh, okay.
Sort of what he used to have. And it's like, he could have just had something like that. Like they had reference pictures to work off of. And I noticed he never like touches his head at any point during the episode. And I was like, yeah, wig's probably gonna fall off.
Can't dislodge the wig.
Dislodge the wig. So the flashbacks are really interesting. So the first thing is the car crash.
Yes.
It's very intense, but Jack is very calm. And this is like the persona we see in Do No Harm.
Yes.
Almost these are more tone appropriate.
These should have been the flashbacks for Do No Harm, yes. But it's kind of fun because we get, like, as soon as we see Sarah's face, we go, oh, he ends up getting married to her.
And something actually that first time I watched it, wasn't sure about, is she obviously tries to speak, and they're like, what did she say? And Jack says, she says she has to dance at her wedding. And I wasn't sure if he said her wedding or our wedding. And I was like, if they're already engaged, and he's just been presented with her.
Yeah.
Pond car crash.
Pond car crash. That's kind of crazy. But something this show would do as well.
Something they would do, but it's not the case.
I thought you were going to say she's seen the future. Our wedding. What?
She said she's going to dance at our wedding. What? Are you... Do you know this guy? No. They just say... They're in shock. They say these things.
He's like, well, I guess we better get married then.
He's like, damn. Maybe he heard our wedding. And then after that, he was like...
Wait. We get this crazy scene. And it's like... super intense, and it's like kind of a vibe shift from what's happening on Island. Even though what's happening on Island is intense, it's not like speedy like this.
Yeah.
We also get so what has happened is Sarah has been in a car crash with this other man, this older man. He runs in, he gets wheeled in, and then Jack has to like decide who to save.
But it's like, obviously, it's one of those things where obviously he just had to make a decision.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there was any reasoning in that decision.
The only thing is like his medical. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's just like, okay, this is the wound I can treat.
He needs that. And the other guy is like, you have to do the intubating. And he just obviously just has to
God knows what that means, but it involves pulling blood out of her lung or something.
No, he has to intubate the other guy.
Oh, okay.
That's why he dies.
Oh, my mistake. He has to put him in the incubator.
Obviously he just goes, well, this needs to happen right now. And then if he's still alive, I'll do it then. Like, it's just, he just has to make the decision. Because if he hesitates, both of them are going to die.
Yes. And that's giving very, you know, like his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 story.
Yeah.
You know, like these are the kind of things he has to do on a daily basis. No wonder it's so difficult.
And I think the audio of that scene is really good. The way you hear it all in the background and you watch, and it's so gross. Ugh. You watch the like syringe action, and then they're being like, okay, great, she's stabilizing. And right as they're saying that in the background, you hear like time of death 8:15, and it's 8:15.
8:15.
The time of death, first of all. And it's like, okay, the other guy's dead, but it's like she's alive, and they have to focus on trying to keep her alive.
You hear his flatlining as well.
Yeah.
Really good. Really, really good.
Incredible.
Really nice scene. Well, not nice, but like
really well done.
So the next flashback, we get our grade 1 asshole,
Kyle or whatever his name is.
Who gives a fuck? Fuck that guy. Ugh, what a horrible pig. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking horrible guy. And like also the way that Jack just looks at him. But we're still be able to make love, and Jack's just like, you have to understand. He's like, she nearly died.
Like, seriously? Seriously.
Green flag. Listen, I know Jack's had his moments, but at least he's judging that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's bad when you know that Jack is the good husband in the situation. Like, imagine if she'd end up married to that guy.
Yeah. Divorced
quicker. We don't know how long they were married. We don't know how long they were married.
I assume it wasn't
10 minutes. Divorce this guy 2 minutes. 1 minute.
They don't even, it's just, and also like he's not, I know we're jumping ahead a little bit, but he's not there when she comes out of surgery.
Oh my God.
When she's like, is my fiancé there? And Jack's just like, I didn't see him, and she doesn't even sound surprised. She's just like, well, he'll come back. I think at that point she's like, I'm
ditching this prick. Arsehole. And he, you know, Jack's like, she might need care for the rest of her life, and he goes, she's not going to go to the bathroom by herself.
He's not like, so what will I need to do to look after her?
He's like, I'm not going to wipe her ass for her. I thought you were in love.
True love is wiping each other's asses. If needed, not just for fun.
It was awful.
It's like
he's
genuinely
terrible. And it's great as well because like he has like 2 lines and yet we go, this piece of shit.
You hate him so much.
Get him out of here.
He's awful. He's awful. And the way Jack just looks at him, and then it's like, okay, now I have to go perform a 12-hour surgery. Like, imagine having to have
on your fiancé.
Being like, now I'm going to go perform surgery on a woman who may never walk again, and I have to deal with you.
Yeah. He does not look good in that scene. Jack, he's giving mess. He's got those big eye bags, and he's just like, he's putting himself through it. He's intense. He says that, doesn't he? He's like, I'm intense. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit, Jack.
Yeah, so this is very interesting when she's like, come here.
I love Sarah. I didn't care about Sarah at all when we got our first flashback.
Sarah, do no harm. Take it like I don't care.
Could not give a shit. Because they don't give her a personality. She's kind of just there, and everything that she says is about Jack and how he saved her and everything. They don't give her the time, but in this one, she's great. Come here, closer. Really I'm going to tell you a little secret. I think she's characterized in a really great way because she's kind of a bit goofy, but it's her way of coping with this trauma that she's going through, you know?
I think the way she talks as well is very much, I'm letting you off the hook.
It's giving that. It's giving Rose and Boone.
And it's
Sarah.
like, she's like, it's okay.
Everyone can see Jack's psychological problems apart from him.
Everyone is like, Jack, it's all right. I genuinely have written down here, quote marks, I'm going to fix you. And then after that, just, oh, Jack, ... Oh, my sweet boy.
But do we expect anything less from him? Especially at this point. Because of course we know he's young in these flashbacks because of the wig.
And his dad is still working at the hospital, so it's like before.
It's mainly because of the wig, though.
Mainly because the wig really indicates his youth. It's just
But yeah, I love when she says like, she's like, I can roll around at my wedding or whatever, and you're invited, okay?
I know.
So sweet and so lovely, especially when you go. They end up getting married to each other.
He's invited to their wedding. Because they're getting married. It's very cute.
Are we ready? I don't know if we're ready.
I think we are. A great thing about this flashback is when we were watching it for the first time, it was like the aerial shot of the stadium, and you saw Jack running, and then Dad just went, oh my God, I remember this bit. And I was like, oh, so this is an important one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying attention.
Very, very important. Very, very amazing. And I think the key thing to mention here is very, very gay.
Really
extremely gay.
It's like the Scottish charm. He really turns on the charm.
Do you know, we've talked so much about how women just throw themselves at Jack. It seems
not just women.
Men throw themselves at Jack as well.
This is our first indicator that it's not just... Well, first, there was that scene where Sawyer was shirtless chopping wood, and then he was like, by the way, your dad's proud of you.
Oh, I'm so sad that you listeners didn't get to see Velvet's incredible hair flick then. That was amazing.
That was on a level.
Yeah, okay. Him and Sawyer have this flirty thing going on.
This is like Desmond literally like throwing himself at Jack's feet.
This is more like the air hostess and Anna Lucia in that brief flashback and everything.
It's like, let me tend to your ankle.
Oh my God, it's one of the most homosexual scenes in the show, and I love it.
Something.
It's so great. The way that it starts with Desmond fucking speeding up those steps and Jack being like, I've got to beat.
Jack being like, I have to win.
Yeah.
I don't think you had a chance of catching up to me. I wasn't trying to catch up.
Of course you weren't. Screaming. I'm watching this scene. I am watching this scene, laying on my front with my hands under my chin, kicking my feet like a schoolgirl.
I'm like twirling the phone
yes.
wire, you know.
Oh my god, it's amazing. I just... The competitiveness is incredible.
It's also like when he starts being like, it's a girl, right? It's almost giving like teenage girls at sleepovers. It's like, so tell me about this boy. And he's like, it's just a patient. Yeah, but she's a girl, right?
This scene, so much about this scene. So, first of all, he goes, what do you know about sprained ankle? And Desmond goes, I was almost a doctor once. And Jack goes, small world. Now, in the context of what he's saying, it doesn't quite make sense. Why does it, small world, I'm a doctor? That doesn't quite, that's a bit of a non sequitur. But small world is so fucking important when you find out that Desmond is on the damn island.
Small world.
How did he get there? How did this random guy that Jack flirted with in the stadium in 20 fucking years ago or whenever he had that bad hair end up on the island?
I don't think it was 20 years ago. Bit less than that. But I mean, how old are they meant to be?
Well...
Jack's like in his 30s. If it was 20 years ago, he was like 12.
Okay, fine. How old is Jack? I'd say Jack is giving 37.
You always said he had like 34 energy.
Yeah, 34. It's definitely a weird one.
He's got like not a round number.
No,
like
it's not a milestone.
That's not important. But what we have is a great moment. I have a few things to say
So
about
many
this.
great moments.
I have a few things to say about this specific bit, where Jack says, I promised her I could fix her, but I didn't. And Desmond says, what if you did? And he's like, I didn't. He goes, but what if you did?
What if you did, though?
And I have a few things to say about this. Number one, objectively hilarious.
But consider, what if you did,
What if you did? It feels like something like... It's just the way he's like grinning at him. He's like clearly messing with him.
No, I don't think he's messing with him.
He's not messing with him, but he's sort of like, he is being like, but what if you did?
He's enjoying it.
He's joking a little bit.
But I think it's really like genuine.
Yeah. The second thing I have to say is Desmond's magic.
This is the narrative we are presented with.
Because Jack says it would have to be a miracle.
And he goes, oh, you don't believe in miracles?
The other story I have to tell is slightly tangential, but I think that it's relevant. Because I think a very similar experience happened to me recently. In a dream. So I had a dream where I was being like sacrificed by this cult, right?
Incredible. This is how we're starting the dream story.
It was like a carnival / sort of music festival / we watched The Village recently.
We watched The Village. M. Night Shyamalan's The Village 2004. Incredible movie if anyone's seen it.
It's a good film. I think
so
it
good.
Semi-inspired this dream.
I think so.
And I knew I was gonna be the sacrifice. They were very transparent with me, this like group of people. They were all wearing like black and they were all being like, you're the sacrifice. And I was like, okay, gotcha. And I was naturally shitting bricks because I was like, I'm the sacrifice. And then I ran into this guy who was just sat, and they brought me like into the room I was going to be sacrificed in. It was like a big hall. Mm-hmm. And there was this guy just sort of nonchalantly chilling out on a bench. And I was like, what are you doing? Are you not like freaking out? They're going to ritual sacrifice me. And he's just like, eh. And I was like, no, I'm going to die. And he was like, yeah, but like, what if it's not real? And I was like, what? No, it's real. And he was like, but what if it's not real? And then suddenly I wasn't scared anymore. And then I like woke up feeling like warm and fuzzy.
That was Desmond.
I was like, that was Desmond.
He visited you in your dream.
He saved me from being sacrificed by the weird village cult.
Green flag.
Green flag. And that moment just really reminded me of that.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it's important to go, of course he's turning on the charm, but to talk about when he says, I'm going to give you a bit of advice anyway. You have to lift it up. And he's like, the ankle. Flirting, extremely gay, love it. But think about what that could mean. You have to lift it up. What have they just done on the island? Lifted up the door to the hatch where they have found Desmond.
The light is
lifting
like
up. Lifting up. Very biblical. As we said.
Very biblical. But it's coming from below, not above. I was thinking this, because also it kind of looks like alien abduction, like
it
beams,
does.
But it's like it's coming from from below, not from where you would expect to come from above. Hell? ?
Something else Desmond said, which I wrote down because I didn't remember him saying this, but I think it's a very fun line and very relevant. What excuse do you have for running like the devil's chasing you?
Yeah.
The devil. Hell. Is Desmond an angel?
Desmond
is he a demon?
Is the devil.
Is he the devil? Is he God? These are the questions we have to ask people.
He looks quite a lot like David Tennant and is also Scottish. Is he Crowley?
He also has a slight Jesus about him. Could he be Jesus?
All these things.
All of these variables.
All these things. They're important.
You've got to consider them.
They're important to consider. And the last thing Desmond says to Jack in this scene is see you in another life.
He does. And he does.
This is very much another life. But also, something I would point out is what Nadia said to Saeed, I'll find you in the next life, if not in this one. Is this the next life? Is it this one? You know? Has he found him in another life? Are they all dead? A popular theory among lost fans of the time.
It was indeed.
Is Desmond also dead? Is he finding him in the next life?
If Desmond's an angel or a demon, That's
come
something.
To help them move on.
Yes, he's there. He's on. That's how he got on the island, because it's hell. It's where he lives.
Maybe. Could be.
But is it also an
indication
indication that Jack and Desmond are deeply in love, like Saeed and Nadia are?
Yes.
Very much
but
so.
Like, if not in this one, it's like it could just be the same life.
Mm-hmm. It's, I'll see you in another life. And then it's like, how the fuck did they meet each other again? A couple other things just very quickly. I wrote down self-flagellation, and I think I wrote that down because it sounds incredible in the Scottish accent.
Self-flagellation is just very funny. It's just very funny.
Give it a go. It's fun.
Self-flagellation.
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 It's fun.
It's great. That was a bit Irish, but it's good.
We were talking about doing... over the course of the last series, we impersonated Sawyer's accent a lot because it's quite fun to do. I feel like Desmond's is going to be this series. Yeah. Just strap in. There's going to be a lot of...
See another life, yeah. What's your excuse? Running like the devil's chasing you.
Running like the devil's chasing you. No, that was no good. Running like the devil's chasing you.
It's quite hard to distinguish between Irish and Scottish, I think, often when you're doing them. Anyway, not important. So then, of course...
And the brother as well.
Brother.
Same brother all the time.
Chekhov's brother.
And then
also
that's...
Chekhov, because it's the surname.
Chekhov's brother. What was his name? Gustav or something.
What's regular Chekhov's name?
Anton.
I was going to say something like that. I like Gustav. Gustav Chekhov.
Gustav Chekhov.
That's who Desmond really is. He's Gustav Chekhov.
Gustav Chekhov.
We figured it out, guys.
Nailed it. We cracked it.
Then, of course, final flashback of the episode, since we're talking about them all.
Mm-hmm.
He has fixed her.
Yeah. So,
did he? Was it Desmond?
Real quick, when Jack is sat in that chair before Sarah starts talking to him, there's a little 8 on the cabinet next to him.
There is an 8 on the cabinet.
No reason for it to be there, just for fun. There are so many numbers cameos in this episode. I love it.
I actually really love this scene. I think it's a really nice scene. It's like there's a lot. It's very common in media. It's a very common trope to have the like person who just woke up from surgery like insulting the person at their bedside. But like it's always funny. I always enjoy it. I always think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a cute scene
it's
in a
really
way.
Sweet.
It's kind of like their meet cute, right?
Yeah.
You smell really bad.
It's like, I mean, Jack, you know, ever the crier, crying again.
And it's good.
And the way she's just like, how come I'm moving my toes then?
Yeah.
And his face when he sees her moving her toes.
Her face as well, because she gets this devastating news delivered and you kind of... It's really hard to read her expression. And then she goes, you're yanking my chain, right? And I love that she says, you're yanking my chain, because it's such like a flippant kind of expression, but it's so serious in this moment. And it's like, imagine you're her. Yeah. You've just woken up from 12-hour surgery. You know that you're fine. And the guy's like, you're never going to walk again. Psych, that was a prank.
She's like,
that would be insane.
Like, that's cruel, Joe.
That's really cruel and awful.
She's like, don't be fucking mean.
So I think that you're yanking my chain is very loaded.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Which I like. Yeah, and she can move her toes, and we know, of course, that she.
We know, but it's still such a beautiful moment. Like, even though we know that she says, "I will dance at our wedding," and it's like that's what she's calling back to.
Yeah,
that's the first thing they said to each other. And as much as I do think if you swapped the flashbacks for this episode between this episode and Do No Harm, first of all, how crazy would it have been if we'd seen Desmond last season, and then
he showed up.
Like, imagine that. But I do think it's nice to meet Sarah as Jack's wife first, and then know.
It definitely would have, like, lessened... It would have, like, been... The flashbacks in Do No Harm were already kind of, like, okay.
Would have made them even
But
more.
it would have made them, because it's just like, well, we knew this already. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think totally these ones fit better with the College Do No Harm. But I guess that's the point, isn't it?
Mm.
That in Do No Harm, you get to see Jack in Doctor mode, and then... you expect to be seeing him in Doctor mode off island as well, but you don't. That's the point.
It is the point, but also why is that the point?
But also it could have been better.
Yeah. Anyway, Enough about do no harm.
So I talked about John, like, endangering others for his personal journey. At the very least, he does go down there too.
He does.
He doesn't just wait for Jack and then be like, Kate went down, we're gonna go get her.
Yes. So Jack... So this is the weird one as well, because he says to everybody, we have to stay here and we'll keep watch. We've still got the guns. We'll be safe, blah, blah, blah. Then Kate goes, you have to stay here, and I get why, because you have to make sure everyone's all right. And then he goes, I am going to leave, though.
Yeah. I don't really get it.
I guess he's just going after Kate because he loves Kate and he wants her to make sure she's all right.
But even still, I'm just like, he would... Because think about it by now as well, as it's like, he said it's 3 hours till sunrise.
Yeah.
He had to go, like, chat with
Actually, I think
Kate.
it might have been 4 hours till sunrise.
Pretty sure it's at 3, but okay. It's like, then in the time it's taken for them to, like, have all those conversations, go to the hatch, set up the, you know, harness thing, like, it must be like 2 hours to sunrise now. It's like, just wait, you know?
A lot can happen in 2 hours, Velvet.
I know a lot could happen in 2 hours, but it's like, give it a minute,
yeah.
you know?
No, it is kind of out of character, but then at the same time, we get the impression that Jack can never just sit still and he always has to be involved in everything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of in character, especially when Kate's in the equation.
Yeah, which, I mean, I do believe in this episode specifically, it feels more like a writing error than it does a character thing. It feels a bit more like they were like, well, Jack has to go down because he has to see Desmond, and then they couldn't really figure out how to get him there, so they were just like, well, what if he was going after Kate? You know?
Yeah. It feels kind of lazy. And in an episode that's so brilliant, that's really annoying.
Yeah.
But he does go down. So he gets to the hatch. Let's talk about... We're going to have to go through detail by detail with this bit as well, so strap in, people. He goes to the hatch. He sees the cable leading down. The clearly CGI'd cable leading down the hatch. And he's like,
he knows that
where
both
are they?
Kate and John
have gone down.
there.
So he's like, right, time to go down.
In his mind, John went first, presumably. Because Kate was like, someone's got to be there in case he breaks his neck. So then it's like, did something happen to John? And Kate went down there to get him. Something's gone wrong. He has to
Something happened to Kate, maybe.
check out the equation.
We gotta go.
Fix a broken neck.
So he's good, but he's not that good. Desmond can, though. Angel powers.
Maybe that's what's happening in the hatch. Desmond is fixing John's broken neck.
Just healing him.
Imagine if that was what Jack walked in on.
Desmond's just got like full on wings and it's just like, ah.
Be not afraid.
Locke is like floating in the air, like, oh, he's being raptured.
Jack would be like, no, be my guest. Do what you
Honestly,
want.
go for it. And Kate's just in the corner and she's a biblically accurate angel. Just eyes.
Kate's just, yeah. She's like, this is my true form, Jack. And he's like, okay.
Jack goes down. He manages to get down on the cable safely.
Fine.
I wrote down abseil T.
Also, he wraps his hands up, and I was like, smart. John didn't do that.
John didn't do that. He
John's
got all
hands
bloody.
got all gross.
Professional.
Green flag. Abseiling T, green flag.
Abseiling T, green flag. So he goes down, and I really loved... Talking of Resident Evil, oh my god, this sequence is so Resident Evil coded.
Very much.
So video game coded. Love it. He's there with a gun and a torch, shining it around like a dirty, you know, rocks with like dripping corridor. That's Resident Evil. That's a level from Resident Evil.
Fully.
It's amazing. I love it. I'm eating up so much. It's so good. So he's walking around, and I love that we only see what's illuminated by his torch. It's very cool. It's very tense. It's very exciting, and it's also a really good technique to not show us the full picture. He's looking around. These are some of the things that he illuminates. I wrote them down. Rock. Pipes.
His water for his washing machine.
Exactly. A torch. Now, this is the big, heavy-duty torch, which I assume is the lights that goes up. Dripping. Oh, dripping hallway. He illuminates the dripping. Dripping hallway. Hallway. I think they might be separate, actually, because then it's like he's in the rocky area, and then it's like a hallway.
Yeah.
Like a bit more of a What's the word?
Structured.
Yeah. Shoes. Now this is interesting.
More shoes. Maybe he just took them off. Maybe he was wrestling with Kate and she was like, you know what, fuck you, I'm taking off your shoes. Maybe she stubbed his toes. Maybe she took off his shoes and stubbed his toes and was like incapacitated.
Those shoes can't stop me.
How she incapacitates the marshal. I've done it hundreds of times. Take off the shoes, stub the toes. Works on every human being.
Yeah, it's like Kate's equivalent of the Vulcan death grip.
Yeah, stub the toes.
Stub the toe. So the shoes are confusing. And they're like so neatly laid there as well.
Yeah.
And they do look different to Desmond's, like he's got boots on, but then he could have multiple pairs of shoes in there, I guess. But why? Again, it raises the question, why have shoes in the first place if you're not going outside? Anyway, many such questions. The shoes. Also, I think it's a nice kind of callback to the pilot when Jack wakes up for the first time and there's a shoe in the tree.
Yes. Also, John putting on the shoe.
Yes.
And Kate having to take the shoes off that dead body.
Shoes have been a motif.
There is actually a shoe page on the Lostpedia.
So then he sees some wiring. This may explain how Desmond has electricity. Mm-hmm. Then he sees something crazy that I fear is never explained in the show. A fuck-ass mural.
The painting is wild.
What? Why is that there? That's never... Desmond's just drawing in his spare time.
I guess. I mean, it fully is never really
followed through on.
It's like a bunch of like screaming faces and then also like 108.
Yeah, but then like a sun and stuff. Like it's kind of
there's a little
nice.
House.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like my home, things I miss from home.
True. I guess he can't maybe see the sun. So that could be kind of dark in a sense. And the house could be the hatch, maybe, where he lives.
It was very low down. Maybe he was like, this is my house underground and this is everything I'm missing.
It's giving like a child's picture though. And it's like really odd.
It's quite like crude.
Yeah. And then there were just like loads of paints there and stuff. And it's like, why are there paints? Because, okay.
Who put paints
yeah, things that we know the hatch is stocked with. Lava lamp, record player and records, books, plates, some food of some description.
Guns.
And medicine to inject yourself with.
And a computer. It's like, those are all quite practical things.
And
I guess the books and the record player less so.
Yeah.
I mean, lava lamp's not very practical. Maybe Kate has smashed the lava lamp over Desmond's head.
Over his toes.
This is what I'm missing. She unlaced the boots, and then while he was busy trying to put his shoes back on, she ran, and unperturbed by the scene before her, she went straight for the lava lamp, picked it up, ran back. By this point, Desmond's still scrambling around the dark trying to find his shoes, illuminates him with the floodlight, and goes, "Try this, motherfucker!" and smacks him in the toes with the lava lamp. And that's what we missed.
That's what Kate's up to. And then he's like, ow, that really hurt. Do you know what? Fuck you. John, get down here. I'm going to hold you hostage, not her. She's mean.
She's not nice.
So the cool thing about the mural is it has the numbers in it.
Yes.
It has 108 at the very least. I'm pretty sure there was some of the
I saw like
others.
a 15 and an 8, I think, as well.
Yeah. So that's fun. And it's also creepy. Again, like, we mentioned this in the recap of last season, how, like, the thing with Charlie's knuckles is never properly explained.
Uh-huh.
But it is just kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like the mural's akin.
It's just quite cool, yeah.
Yeah, it's less cool than Charlie's fingers. I'm going to put it out there. But
it's got the vibes.
Yeah. It's weird and we don't know what's going on. And we don't know anything that's happening in the hatch, which is all really cool. Then we get an extremely gorgeous, very interesting, very intense, very lore heavy, very cool moment. Jack goes over to inspect a corner.
With like a big black sort of generator-y thing in it. Source of electricity, question mark?
We don't know. I really was not focused on what he was looking at. I'll be real with you.
I only focused this time because I was like, what actually is it?
And then
the key raises up.
The key on his neck raises up. I gagged. It is so cool.
Magic.
No, it's not magic, you... It's a magnet. It's a magnet.
I know it's a magnet, but it's also like it's the magical force. It's the string of fate between him and Desmond. It's pulling them together.
Stop it. You can't convince me by saying they're connected by fate.
See you in another life.
Brother. Yeah. Very, very cool. First of all, there's a huge magnet in the hatch, ? I mean, I guess it could be magic, but...
No, but it probably is.
But just visually, for it to be the key as well. The key that Jack has worn around his neck as his fun little accessory. The key that holds the case of guns. The key that got stolen from him when Shannon tried to shoot John. It's like, it's been such an integral part of the story.
It all comes back
and
around.
now it's all come back around and it's the key raising up. I just think it's gorgeous and I love it, love it, love it. And then... Make your own kind of music. Blast it out. And so here we have, first of all, the mirror turns, which you didn't notice apparently. And then the music blasts. Here we have another prime example of Desmond being disciplined and ready. He's had his training and he knows what to do in a crisis. And what you do in a crisis?
Consult Mama Cass.
Consult Mama Cass. He's like disorienting Jack. And I think it's genius because it's like, I would never have thought to do that, you know? Like when he turns all the lights off and stuff, he does that so other people don't know what's going on. But he does because he knows the hatch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so he blasts the music really loud to freak him out. And it's also really cool as a viewer because it's like, oh my God, what's happening? And he blasts a light as well, doesn't he? In Jack's face to try and disorient him.
And also so that Desmond can see what he's dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Turn the light on.
Turn the light on.
Have a look. Do you think Desmond's going, oh my God?
Probably. We don't know
does he remember that?
Yeah.
Because it's like...
It might be a far less important interaction to Desmond.
Like, from Desmond's perspective, also it appears from the way Desmond's behaving that this is just like run-of-the-mill for him. He's just like, I just interact with people in a weird and mystical way. And
that's
then
just
go
the
about my
type of
life.
shit I'm on.
But to Jack, obviously, it's a very important conversation. So maybe he doesn't recognise him. Yeah. Or maybe when Jack recognises him, he's going, oh my God. That's when he goes.
Each other?
Who knows?
We don't know. We
don't
get that yet.
Head right now.
All we get is, so he's like, Desmond goes, I have to put the big light on for a second. Sorry, Jack.
This is he's overstimulating him.
He's overstimulating him. That's what's happening. And Jack ducks into this room. Now, this room... Everything in this episode is a gag. This room, I believe I'm using the word correctly, is a geodesic dome.
Never heard that word before.
Never heard the word geodesic? No. I thought you were the one who taught me the word geodesic.
It was not me.
I believe that's when it looks like a kind of football, but like triangles.
Yeah.
Like that.
I would have just said dome.
Geodesic.
It's a geodesic dome.
Geodesic dome. I'm a woman in STEM. It's a geodesic dome. And it has all these crazy machinery in it.
Yeah.
So they're like, what even are they? They're kind of giving, we were talking earlier about computers in the 60s and stuff.
Yeah, it's like boxes with lights flashing. It's very much all that like Star Trek science. It's like they're going into the computer room with the tech in and it's like just a bunch of flashing boxes.
Could be generators, could be the internet, could be...
whatever the computer is for. We don't know what it's for.
We don't know what it's for.
One of those, that beeping could have been coming from any of those machines.
Yeah. We really don't know. The computer's hooked up to the machines. We don't know. We don't know anything. But there's like tapes whirring and lights blinking and it's crazy. It's like, remember, we are on an island. Hey guys, don't forget, we're underground on an island. This has been there the whole time.
All this time.
That's been there. Desmond's been there. Blows your goddamn mind. And then this scene. I love it so much.
So first we just see John.
Yeah. He says, like,
Touch that.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you, or something to Jack. Because Jack's about to go touch the computer. And then I don't remember how it goes.
Then
I got too excited, I didn't write it down.
He says, where's Kate? Is the first thing he says.
Yes, of course, it's the first thing he says. #hero, #chivalry. Green flag.
Green flag.
#green flag, where's Kate?
Where's Kate? John doesn't answer.
And then he moves over to him, and then that's when, boom.
The gun comes up.
We get the gun pointed at John's head. And I'm sure you noticed the dirty fingernails like I did.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool. I just think it's a cool little detail. Desmond is crazed and deranged. He's pointing the gun. And he goes, move! And I kill him.
And then he says, where's Kate? No, Jack says something else first, but then he's like, where's Kate? And John says, Kate's fine.
Mm-hmm. Do we believe him?
Do we believe him? I don't know. Does he know? Maybe he's just trying to, like, calm Jack down. Maybe he doesn't know what happened to Kate. We don't know. We don't know anything. All we know is Jack is pointing a gun at John at the hand, ? He pointed the gun towards the noise, and then I think he saw John, and he just kept the gun because he doesn't like John. And then the other gun appeared, and he was like, okay. Put the gun down. That was the first thing he said, was put the gun down.
Put the gun down, yeah.
And then he said, move and I kill him.
Yeah. It's all very intense. But the issue that Desmond doesn't realise is Jack, it's not the right kind of hostage.
Not the person to be threatening. He should be threatening Toe Stubby McGee over here.
I thought you said toast.
You looked at me really blankly. I was like, that's not landed, has it? Toe Stubber McGee.
Yes.
Because if he was threatening Kate with a gun,
Jack's
doing anything you want.
Yeah. But he's like, go ahead.
Jack's kind of low-key, I bet for a second he thought about just, like, running towards John and just,
because he's still getting at John, isn't it? Is this your destiny? To be held at gunpoint by a random Scotsman. Is this your destiny? All roads lead here. I love it when he says that. All roads lead here, do they, John?
Well, he kind of gets proved right immediately.
Yes.
All roads lead here, do they, John? Oh, hello, person who's very important in my past. Who said see you in another life.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's the way that Jack oscillates so drastically in this episode between the man of science and the man of faith, which is why I think it's perfectly titled.
Absolutely.
Because it's like his backstory as well. He's the man of science, Desmond's kind of the man of faith. And it's like, there is the miracle, even though it's a scientific miracle.
A medical miracle, but it's like, is it? Because Jack said there was no saving her.
It merges the two worlds and it's great.
Definitely. And then Desmond reveals himself.
Yeah. So he then he shoots upward. He shoots a warning shot, doesn't he? Up into the like corner. There's like a vent in the corner. He shoots at that. And then he comes back. Lower your gun. Am I going to do it? Lower your gun.
Lower your gun.
Or blow his damned head off, brother.
And Jack goes... It's like his ears prick up. Like a cat. He's like...
Sorry, what?
And then Desmond moves.
Yeah. And we see his full face for the first time.
Face.
Crazed. Absolutely deranged
behind
face.
John's shoulder. He's shorter than John. So he kind of comes up behind John's shoulder.
Eyes wild. Gun pointed at John's head. He's almost like baring his teeth, isn't he?
And he's looking at Jack.
Yeah.
And Jack says...
You.
Perfect. No
notes. Gorgeous. I love this episode. I love it so much. The beginning, incredible. The ending,
beautiful.
Incredible. The flashback scene.
Apart from the fact that Jack going back to the hatch doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
If you forget about that.
And the fact that Christian's there, get rid of him. Don't care. Get him out. Don't want to see him.
Unfortunately, with every Jack episode, Christian does have to be there.
Yes.
Because, crucially, Jack is internalising every lesson his father has ever taught him.
Oh, so good. So good. And I'm sure you've come away from this episode with so many questions. And I think that's brilliant.
It does. It really, because it's like, they had to, like, last season 1 was one of the most hyped seasons of television in history. And that still stands, but even for then, like, it was incredible. And it's like, it's been, you know, a year since the first episode aired. Almost exactly. Because this was 21st September, the first episode was on, like, the 23rd, wasn't it?
22nd, because it annoys me that it wasn't the 23rd.
Because that's why I literally, it's a day, it's 364 days.
364 days.
Since the first episode aired, and changed, like, TV forever. And here you go, with something that has to, not necessarily top that, but continue that standard.
Yes.
It has to reach that standard of quality. And it blows it out of the park.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, because we kind of go, the hatch is the big mystery of season 1, really.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there are lots.
And the baby.
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries. I can't really say, but I'm not saying it's the only one, but it's
a big one.
Huge. And so it's like, that's over, the opening of the hatch. But when we opened the hatch, a whole flood of mysteries spill out.
Oh my god. Shannon had a vision?
Yeah, we need to talk about that. We're not done with the episode. Oh, bitch, we're not done with the episode. We need to talk about the subplot, which is Walt is an apparition. Okay, let's unpack this.
Apparition Walt. Or real Walt.
Or real Walt.
Because what we know, that the survivors don't know, is that the raft did get blown up, and Walt did get taken, and he could have, you know, he's all dripping wet, he could have jumped out of the boat, swum to shore, but why would he not run to her and be like, oh my god?
Yeah. Why is he speaking in, like, this whispery gibberish?
It's like he can't, it feels like, almost like, you know, in dreams where you can't scream. That feels like what's happening to Walt.
Yeah, it's really freaky, the kind of, like, way in which the speech is done, you know? Because he does talk to her. They could just have him not talk to her.
Yeah.
But he does, but he says this
It's like he's trying
gibberish.
to reach her, but he can't. She hears the whispers.
Yes.
She also, it's not as good as her screaming in the first episode, but she does a lot of sort of distressed yelling, and I was like, that feels like a little bit of a callback.
Yeah.
To that being her iconic
In
moment.
a way, I mean, I never would have thought it before we sat down here today, but in a way there are actually quite a lot of parallels to the pilot.
There are a lot of sort of callbacks of, like, the eye-opening shot, the iconic opening montage.
The shoes,
the screaming, the sort of, the Jack having to treat people, like the medical staff is very important.
Counting to 5,
that's that story. So it is kind of,
yeah,
kind of sets it up in a way.
Yeah, so it's very convenient that Saeed gets separated, so Shannon's the only one that sees Walt. And also very convenient that before, Saeed's like, when's the last time you slept or ate anything? So we get the idea she could just be hallucinating because she's all, you know, exhausted and dehydrated and everything.
But I don't think she is. As we know, in this show, everything happens for a reason. Nothing is coincidence. It's all magic.
Is that what we know from the show?
I think also crucially,
as we know, guys, you're with me on this.
As we all know, Desmond is the devil, right? Vincent is the reason she runs away.
Yeah.
She says, I'm not telling that kid I lost his dog because I was tired. She's running off after Vincent. Vincent leads her to Walt.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's almost like Vincent could hear or smell Walt and was running towards him, and that's why he stopped there. Can I say, Vincent, unbothered queen. The way they come into that clearing after having a massive argument, he's just like...
He's just sat there, wagging his tail. Hilarious.
Hanging out, and so he's like, I'll circle around from behind. I'm like, you could just go, Vincent, and he'd run towards you. Like, he's chill.
Honestly, Vincent is so cute. The way he's always just like looks like he's smiling and happy.
He's always having a good time. It's a great thing with like dog actors, is they always just look like they're having such a good time.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm hanging out with my friends.
Meanwhile, everyone else is going through the horrors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, so Shannon loses Vincent immediately.
Classic.
But she does feel bad, and she says, like, looking after that dog is the only time anyone's ever trusted me with anything.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Bit of character development from Shannon,
Character
a bit of
development on the horizon.
Yeah, something a bit more interesting about Shannon. She's kind of going like, I'm going to take responsibility for this. I'm changing a bit, you know.
Yeah, and the fact that she doesn't just let someone else go look for him. Like, the Shannon, we know from the beginning, the Shannon who was, like, getting Charlie to catch that fish, she would have asked someone else to go look for Vincent. Yeah. She would have said, someone else go find him, he's lost. But she's gone to find him.
He's what? Someone else said it at this point in the episode, but I can't remember. I think John... I can't remember. John said lost at one point, I think. Guys, John said lost at one point.
John said lost at one point.
You come to this podcast
for the cold, hard facts.
Yeah.
John said lost at some point. I mean, it's a fact.
It is.
I'm sure he did at some point.
We're not lying. But I also love how Saeed in this scene is kind of like, Vincent has plot armor. He's like, Vincent will find his way back to the camp, he always does.
It's like, Vincent will be fine. And he's not even just saying that to make her feel better. He's just like, Vincent's fine.
He's aware that Vincent will just be fine.
He's like, Vincent survived a plane crash.
He's built different,
he's chilling. Also, Saeed, bless him, has been through a lot in the last 24 hours. You know, he's just had to explode Charlie's face and like run off through the jungle and like talk Rousseau down and get Aaron back and bring Aaron back and like and now
it's like Island Girlfriend is like, I lost the dog,
and he's like
for fuck's sake.
No wonder he's like, come on, let's just go back. Like, because if I was Saeed, I would just not, I would simply have not run after her. I would just be like, well, I'm not dealing with that. I just like blew up a guy's face and then carried a baby through the... And I would be like, she can find the dog on her own. Because it's just like, he must be exhausted. When was the last time you ate or slept, you know?
Real. Yeah. But I think it's really nice that the kind of the magical mystical thing happens to Shannon.
Yeah.
A, first time that's ever happened. And B, it's really interesting that we're getting a new character's viewpoint and interpretation of something like this, because she then goes back to the camp and immediately tells everyone.
Yeah.
She's like, I saw Walt, I know what I saw.
She's not like John, who, if John had seen drowned Walt shushing him, he would be like, this is the island. A sigh.
Yeah.
But like Shannon, is like Shannon thinks very practically about this supernatural thing she's experienced, where she thinks Walt is in the woods on his own, he's wet and he's scared and we need to go find him.
Yeah.
Something happened to the raft is what she's thinking.
It's what she thinks.
You know?
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting, as like not many people... Like Saeed is like the practical guy who's experienced a bit of like he heard the whispers, but what he said was like, I was disorientated, it was a hallucination, not there are people out there. You know? In a way, that's the more practical thing to think.
In a way, yeah. And it's nice because we kind of go, how does Shannon feel about this? And we get an answer.
Yeah.
Which is quite good.
I liked also in that conversation, there was a bit where like someone said like raft and there was like a 1 second shot of sun. And then it immediately cut back and I was like, just in case you forgot, raft.
She asks though, doesn't she?
She does ask.
She goes, did something happen to the raft? And then, yes, she goes, did something happen to the raft? And Saeed goes, the raft is fine.
The raft is fine. And then she just goes, okay.
Yeah, I loved it. Raft. First of all, it's not a raft. It's a raft. Oh, where's Michael? We don't know what's happened. Guys! Yeah,
so we haven't seen the boat at all. We don't know what's happened to Michael and Jin and Sawyer. We might know what's happened to Walt. It could be that he's really there.
It could be that he's really there.
Walt, as we know, has psychic powers. This could be some kind of projection.
Yes. Or, and I don't want to say it, gang, but we know that ghosts have appeared on the island.
He could be a ghost.
Walt could be dead. And this could be his ghost.
But
they might all be dead. His life jacket's gone.
His life jacket's gone. They might all be dead.
Yeah.
I don't think we would just never see them again. Can you imagine? We just never saw like Michael or Sawyer or Jin again. It was just like, yeah, they drowned. That'd be so funny. So yeah, what a crazy episode. Is that everything? I feel that was the major thing we skipped over was Shannon had a vision.
Yes. I have a couple other bits of lore, a couple of the lore drops.
Oh, yeah?
As if we haven't had enough already. We kind of had confirmation of what the monster was, didn't we?
Yes.
Because Locke said, well, 5 hours ago I was dragged into a hole by what appeared to be. So he still just say what like appeared to be.
A column of black
smoke.
And I liked that because then he was like, what did you see? And Kate doesn't answer. It's like, obviously she saw it too. And then he goes, I wonder what Jack thinks he saw. Those two are so...
It's petty, but it's also like, oh, imagine if Jack saw something else because he's so man of science, he can't comprehend sentient smoke.
What if?
That's a crazy theory. But that's cool. Hey,
it could happen.
But we know he saw it. Because he goes to Kate, did you? And she's like, yes.
Yeah.
With the little one.
Yeah.
So,
So the only person who we don't know for sure saw it was Hurley.
Yeah.
He might not have seen it.
But
protection by the numbers. Nothing bad ever happens to him. Happens to the people around.
Happens to the people around
he didn't see the monster.
I'm nodding contemplatively. But speaking of Hurley, so Hurley reveals his whole backstory to Jack.
Yeah,
which is quite exciting.
This is like Hurley's first moment of real honesty.
Yeah. And it's like we don't often get, we see as the audience lots of things. We don't often get one character telling another character just like everything that happened in their lives. Yeah. But Hurley's a very open and honest character, so it's we'd kind of expect it. And also he's freaking out about the numbers. So he's like, guys, you need to believe me.
I think it's quite nice that like he's tried a couple of times. Like he tried with Charlie and he's sort of told Walt a little bit about like, he like owes him all that money. And it's never really gone very well for him. But this time around, he's like, Jack's asking about the numbers. So maybe he'll like, he'll listen, he'll believe him.
Unfortunately, no.
I don't think Jack doesn't believe him.
But the only thing he latches onto is Hurley was in a psych ward.
But like, that is a shocking thing to learn about someone,
yes.
isn't it?
But like...
I think Jack's probably more like, should I be concerned? Because if I was...
Well, that's what Hurley thinks, right? Hurley thinks he's calling him crazy.
Yeah, but not even about the numbers. I would just be like, well, now I'm worried about Hurley. If he's, suffered from mental illness enough to have been put in a psych ward, then surely he's not reacting to the crash well.
That's very true.
I'd be kind of worried about him.
And I'm sure he is. But the interesting thing that we get when Hurley's telling us everything about his backstory, he tells us everything we know. He was in the psych ward, Leonard was repeating the numbers. He also says the only thing he ever said was the numbers, which
we know that the first time he spoke
was when he went to go and see him, which you kind of deduced, but we get confirmation of that. He played the lottery with the numbers, that's when all the bad stuff started happening. And he says a couple things that we saw in the episode, right? His house
caught fire,
his granddad died, but then he also says, the chicken shop I worked at got hit by a meteorite.
We don't know about that.
We did not know about that, and that is huge.
That's
got
crazy.
Hit by a meteorite? Are you joking?
It's like at that point it's not a coincidence. That's like definitely, like clearly he brought that one up because he's like, you can't just say that's
It's very struck by lightning, isn't it? It's like a 1 in a million chance. So I think that's everything.
Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming back.
Yes, for rejoining us for season 2.
We are so excited to be back, and we cannot wait to talk to you even more. Season 2, it's
so good.
Our favourite season. Yeah. I would venture to say it's the best season. I think...
It's not a venture, it's the fact.
It's the best season.
Is the fact. There's only one fact in the world, and it's that season 2 is the best season of Lost. Thoughts on this episode, Velvet? Any remarks you want to make?
Overwhelmingly positive.
This is one of my favourite episodes in the whole show.
It's one of the best episodes of the whole show. It is the best opening to a season. It's so brilliant. And the thing about the season is it does not disappoint. It sets the bar high and it keeps hitting that bar.
It delivers.
Like episode after episode after episode.
Yeah. It's so good. And it's like, you know how I said like, well, the pilot itself is so iconic, right? And it's like, how do we top that? In my opinion, this episode does. It is better than the pilot.
That's a tough one.
I know, and look, we're not going to get into the rankings just yet.
We won't go there yet.
But I think every season finale of every season in Lost is really good.
Yeah.
I think almost all the opening episodes are really good. There are some that are like, what?
There are a couple that are a bit less good than others. But
this one
is one of the best.
So good. And great as an opening episode. It introduces you to so many things. And you're just like, how the fuck is Desmond on the island? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? How did he get there? Has he been living underground this whole time? The whole time we've been on the island, he's just been under there.
He's just been there. And
doing his washing.
And we'll find out what he's been doing next week.
I'm actually not sure if we do, but...
we do. Or in a couple of weeks at least.
Guys, just get ready. Just prepare yourselves because we're going on a fantastic journey this season.
Gear up. We are so excited.
And we are so excited to be rewatching it, to be sharing it with you guys, and also to finally get the chance to talk about Desmond. Oh my god, it's been so hard. It has been so hard.
This opening scene has been so difficult to just not mention randomly. The amount of times we talked about the hatch, and I've had to fight the urge to just be like, and he's just down there doing pull-ups.
Bro is there, yeah. And every time I'm like, Rousseau's my favourite character, she is, apart from Desmond. There's a little asterisk next to Rousseau's my favourite character, and the asterisk says, apart from Desmond. Desmond's number one, and then Rousseau.
And we'll talk more about him next week.
And forever.
And always and forever.
Please follow us as per usual on all the things. It's the first one of the series, so I feel like we should list the thingies.
Yeah. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Tumblr. That's all of them.
Instagram.
I said Instagram.
You said Instagram.
The second one.
Instagram.
It was a very long pause. Instagram.
Wait, Instagram.
We are posting all sorts on there. You can find out all the updates on when the episodes are coming out. We've started doing other content at the minute also.
Cheeky little bits of other content.
So check out our YouTube channel for that. If you're not listening already on YouTube, head to our YouTube channel, check that out.
lostallcaps-podcast.
And our TikTok and Instagram for little snippets.
And all good stuff.
Yeah.
You can follow me as well on TikTok, YouTube. Oh, and Instagram. At Ariel Hebditch on all of those things. I'm going to be posting about doing stand-up gigs and other silly things that are happening in my life. So you can follow me on there.
Yeah.
For those.
Please do. And we will see you next week for episode 2, Adrift.